I thought I would take a moment and kind of give you an illustration of what it is that I do. So, this is your relationship. In the beginning, everything is perfect. Everything looks so good. You know, like you just know that this is gonna work. And you're ready to put everything you got into it. The person is beautiful. Everything is perfect about them. It's just, everything is just nice. It's perfect. But then you start getting to know this person. You start learning that maybe the communication isn't so good. You know, maybe your personalities, you know, just all kind of things you just start learning about this person. And you have your troubles, you have your fights, you have your parents, you have all kind of different things thrown at you. Maybe someone cheats, maybe someone breaks trust. All kind of things are getting thrown at you. And before you know, your relationship looks like this. And so this is the point in the relationship where people start coming to people. Maybe they're friends, family, or maybe someone like me. So I wouldn't call myself a relationship coach. That's too easy. Anybody can say, oh, if you love yourself and yeah, whatever. Anybody can do that. So I'm more like a psychological theorist that specializes in relationships. So what I do is I take the mess that the two of you have made and I show people how to work with it. Now, this may take me a while because it's been a while, but I just wanted to give you just an example of what it takes to make a relationship work. Do you understand, like when people see this, they're like, oh my gosh, I could never do that. Well, relationships are just that complicated sometimes, where people feel like they just can't do it. And so either they walk away from it or they just keep getting into relationships that, you know, they hope it works, but or they just give up on it. They just get into relationships and give, you know, just a little here and there, just enough to make it by, and then those fail. Because the thing about it is, you can't give 20% or 30% to a relationship. It's just like if you take a test, right? And you only put in half the effort to study. Well, what's gonna happen? You're gonna fail the test. So you have to put everything into it. If you're not ready to put all your cards into that relationship, then you're not ready for a relationship. Or you're going to fail. And then you end up in the worst position that you even started. So I'm still working on our relationship here. We have all kind of problems, but look, we got the first part of it fixed. Now let's see if we can get deeper into this thing, like, you know, like really learn about each other and really put the pieces together. The thing about the relationship that's difficult is that all of us are complex human beings. All of us. We're all complex. There's no such thing as a simple person. As funny as that may sound, there really is no such thing. Now, the concept of a relationship sounds simple enough. Two people coming together as one, or working on the same purpose. Now, the difficult thing about that is when you try to get two complex human beings together. I mean, most times when people get in relationships, they don't even know who they are. They haven't even figured themselves out yet. They're trying to figure out how to work with somebody else in this relationship. So it can be difficult. But if you put the hard work in, you can make it happen. And so, before you know it, you've got 2 layers figured out. And then you got that last one to go. And that's the hardest one, you know, like that's when you're on that home stretch and it just gets tough. And I always see people, the ones who get married, it's like right before they get married is when they went through the toughest part of their relationship. And this is the hardest part. I don't even know if I could talk while doing it. But yeah, this is the toughest part. And a lot of people don't make it through it. They don't make it. But if you can just hang on, it starts coming together. I like that. Let's see here. Okay. The funny thing about a relationship is people give up right when things, it's like they never know how close they were. And sometimes it's so simple. It's as easy as saying something as, I'm sorry. That can make all the difference in the world. But you know, people have their pride and things like that. It's just sad that some people give up on a relationship when they're only one turn away from making it work. Now, it'll never be perfect. It'll never be perfect. But if you just hang in there and you just fight and you just try to figure this thing out and you don't go into it thinking, I can't do this, or you get out of your own way, you can get there. There's no challenge too big for you. And if you find a good person and someone who compliments you well, find a way to make it work, because it's really hard to find something good. Hotel.